The Shiites, we're doing the Sunni and Shia Muslims, for those of you that haven't followed along with the emails that I send out. The Shiites are the followers of the Shia division of Islam, of the Islamic religion. The Shiites belong to the smaller of the two major divisions of Islam, with less than 20% of the followers, of the believers. The other and larger division is called the Sunni, and its followers are called Sunnites. Iran is the only Islamic country with a large Shiite majority, though there are large minorities in Iraq, India, Lebanon, Pakistan, and other Arab countries of the Persian Gulf region. Question number 1. It's a two-part question, two possible moves here. Name for me the two divisions of Islam. Question number 2. Another two-part question. Two possible moves. Which group is the larger of the two groups, making up about 80% of the followers of Islam? And vice versa, which group is the smaller of the two, making up less than 20% of the followers of Islam? Question number 3. What is the only country with a large Shiite majority? What is the only country with a large Shiite majority? And question number 4. This is a 4-part question, 4 possible moves here. 4 possible moves. Name for me the 4 countries that were listed in the article that have large Shiite minorities. So they're not a majority in these countries, but they have a large Shiite minority. You can only write down 4 countries. You can't write down like 8 and say, hey, I got them. They're in here, right? You can only write down 4 countries. All right, next section. Section number 2. Here we go. The Shiite origins lie in the controversies about the leadership of the Islamic community after the death in AD 632, the year 632 of Muhammad, the prophet who founded Islam. A majority of Muslims supported the election of Abu Bakr, one of Muhammad's prominent disciples, as caliph. Caliph means leader or successor. This group became known as the Sunnites. However, a minority argued that the leadership should have gone to Ali, Muhammad's cousin and closest surviving male relative, who was also the husband of Fatima, the prophet's daughter. This group, which called itself Shia Ali, or the party of Ali, became known as the Shiites. They accused Abu Bakr and the 2 rulers who followed him as wrongfully seizing power from Ali. Question number 1. In what year does the controversy begin between the 2 sects of Islam? Question number 2 of this section. The larger of the 2 groups of Islam decided that this guy should be the rightful leader following Muhammad's death. Question number 3. The smaller of the 2 sects of Islam differed from the larger group and said that this guy should be the rightful leader of Islam following Muhammad's death. Number 4. What's the name of Muhammad's daughter? Number 5. What is the word that is defined as leader or successor? All right, last section of the 3. We're going to break it down into 3 groups of 3. The Shiites give the title Imam to the person that they believe to be the rightful leader of Islam. According to Shiite teaching, the Imam is a spiritual as well as earthly leader. Each new Imam must be a direct descendant of Ali. The Shiites believe that the Imam is protected from sin or error, and that he is the continuing source of divine guidance in the world. Ali was the first Imam. Following his assassination in 661, his son Hassan became Imam. Ali's second son, Hussein, succeeded Hassan as Imam. The most important Shiite holy day practice observes mourning for the death of Hussein at the hands of the Caliph's troops in 680. Question number 1 of the last section. According to the Shiite Muslims, what position is considered to be the rightful leader of Islam? What position? Question number 2 of this section. Can the person, according to Islamic theology, the person who holds this position, can they sin? And question number 3 of this last section. Who was the first person to hold this position? Everybody good? Yeah, the board, yeah. In order for you to play, you have to share it with the other team. All right, let's go over these 3 sections answers, and then I'll let you move, and then we'll go over the last 3 sections, okay? Number 1 of the first section, name the 2 divisions of Muslims. It should be Sunni and Shia, or Sunnis and Shiites. 2 moves, a move for each. Number 2, which group represented by the 80%? That would be the Sunnis, or Sunni Muslims. And the smaller group, less than 20%, that's the Shiites, Shiite Muslims. Yep, 4 moves so far. Number 3, what's the only country with a large Shiite majority? That would be Iran, according to the article. The article is a little bit dated, but Iran is the one it identifies. And number 4, this is a 4-move question. Identify the 4 countries that have large Shiite minorities. And that would be Iraq, India, Lebanon, and Pakistan. Iraq, India, Lebanon, and Pakistan. Section number 2. In what year does the controversy begin? What's the year of the death of Muhammad? That would be 632. 632. Number 2. The majority, the larger of the 2 groups, the Sunni Muslims, who did they support? Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr is a popular name in Arabic Muslim cultures. You can see that highlighted in Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, right? Number 3, the Shiites, the smaller group, who did they support as the rightful leader following Muhammad's death? That would be Ali. And number 4, Muhammad's daughter, her name's Fatima. Number 5, the word for leader or successor is Caliph. Last section. Number 1, who's the rightful leader of Islam? The position, that's Imam. Can this person, according to Islamic theology, sin? No. Question number 3, who was the first person to hold this position? It would be Ali. All right, count up your moves. Got the board up. Shared it with everybody. Share it with me. Make sure you share your board with me.
You guys got how many? 16 when you pass it. Yeah, it is. How?
Because of the 4 questions.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because we only got 1 on there. We got 3. Hey, you guys can go first.
All right, here we go.
What color are you? What color are you? What color?
Hadley, you share it with me.
Hadley, you want?
Miss Kaufman, you share it with me.
Oh my gosh, Hadley. Oh my gosh. Alright, now just move. No, Hadley, no. You can't move twice.
You never took it off.
You moved 2. Okay, look, wait. If you guys move, there's no reason that's hurting anything.
Make sure you follow the rules. Only have one person move for your team.
Yeah, you can move that.
Don't cheat.
Forward.
Oh, you don't have to jump. We're all going to play by that rule. You don't have to jump. Everybody got that? Sometimes people say that you have to jump.
I think so.
You're up. No, I win. You're up. Hadley's our leader. He's slow. I know. You're slow. Okay, so. No, you're gonna get.
That's the one I want you to.
I'm gonna get it. Hadley, move him down. No, what are you doing? You can't move him backwards.
Oh my God,
you can't move him backwards. No.
I guess you can check how
Hadley doesn't know how to play chess. I mean, chess.
Checkers.
Move that guy down.
Give the camera. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hadley, go.
Okay, now
I win. No, you don't know what this is our third. Did you go? Yeah, I know you all had this. Yeah.
Wait, does it say in the directions? I can't
Yes.
Did you just go?
Alright, what was that, 6? What's more? Where's 6? I know what I'm doing.
You can only move one space.
Yeah.
You can only move one space.
This is our last.
Somebody moved. Oh my gosh! And you moved that?
Listen.
Are you kidding me?
You'll see.
You'll see.
Stay. Yeah, it's just you. Go. It's you.
We can't go
It's you.
anywhere.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
16.
Where?
He can't get anybody. That's why I did that.
It's fine.
Well, he couldn't have
I
done.
can't even tell what's been moved.
You can't get anybody.
He just moved everybody up one.
It's tough to see the black ones or the red ones in it.
Yeah. You don't.
Yeah, I played you is what I did. He can't get
I'm going to
anybody.
have to get a new bulb.
I set it up good.
No.
He can't get anybody. He's got 6 more moves than me. He's smart. That's all I'm saying.
That is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You can't,
He can't jump anybody.
That's impressive.
He's got 6 more.
Okay, we got one more.
What the? What? You can't.
Yeah, but then we're not gonna be able to move, and
He
then.
can't get anybody.
Okay, where were
He
we?
just moves everybody
Yeah,
up.
we were right there,
This is
they're
so
right there.
bad. Stop.
You're pointing your
See, look at that. We're good. We're good.
All right, you guys ready? You guys,
Oh, we're doing it
They
again.
went this way.
yeah, we got 3 more.
No.
Having unlimited or more moves than you can is not good.
It's not a good version.
All right, here we go. You get, hurry up.
It's easier than chess.
Next hour, I'm just.
Just give it to somebody that knows how to play checkers and you're good.
Well, you don't know how to play checkers.
No, that's people that actually know how to play
Chess.
Hey, no.
You don't know. Then you can stack them in.
No big reason.
What? You don't know how to play checkers? I know how to play it.
Hey,
You literally drew it. I played on my swear with the
Are we already
You lied?
never learned.
Really?
My siblings
And
don't
everything?
The stars.
What do we do in everything?
No, you know,
No, really.
Do you really play hide and seek?
Oh, right here, Sophie.
I bet she does.
Mine
Really?
for like the
Yeah.
last like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna make that bet.
All right, guys, we got to get started. We got to get going. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
She'll probably just be like,
No, Alex, shut up.
All right, these three should go by pretty fast. All right, the Sunnites, or the Sunnis, are the followers of the Sunni division of the Islamic religion. Sunnites belong to the larger of the two major divisions of Islam. The other major division are called the Shia, and its followers are called Shiites. Sunnites make up more than 80% of Muslims in the world, and that they live everywhere Islam has spread. The name comes from the Sunnites' claim that they follow the Sunnah, which means example, of Muhammad, the prophet who founded Islam. Question number 1, what does Sunnah mean? Question number 2, who founded Islam? Who founded Islam? All right, next section. In all matters of religion, conduct, and law, Muslims recognize two primary sources of guidance. One is the Quran and the sacred book of Islam, and the other is the Sunnah of Muhammad. Sunnites call themselves the people of the established way in the community, and they claim to follow faithfully the Islamic community's beliefs and practices, and thus to represent true Islam. For this reason and belief, they make up the majority of Muslims. Sunnites are sometimes called Orthodox Muslims. Question number 1 of section number 2. What are the Muslims' two sources of guidance? This is a two-part question, two possible moves. Question number 2. What is another name for a Sunni Muslim? Last section. The Sunnites and Shiites differ little in their basic beliefs about God, prophecy, revelation, and the Last Judgment. But throughout Islamic history, there has been great hostility between the two groups that has often led to persecution and repression of one group by the other. The issue that most sharply divides the Sunnites from the Shiites is the leadership of the religious community. When Muhammad died in AD 632, he named no one to succeed him and did not establish any method for choosing a new leader. The majority, which became known as the Sunnites, united behind Abu Bakr, one of Muhammad's prominent disciples, and acclaimed him as Caliph, later a successor. A smaller group, which became known as the Shiites, rejected Abu Bakr and the two caliphs who succeeded him, and they argued that Muhammad had designated his son-in-law Ali as leader, and that leadership should have remained in the family of Muhammad. Question number 1, only question in this section. Who did the Sunni Muslims choose as their leader following Muhammad's death? All right. Again, your moves are contingent upon your correct answers here. Everybody has to be on the same page. One person inside your group doesn't have the answer right, then you can't count it as a move. Number 1, what does Sunnah mean? Means example. Number 2, what are the two sources of guidance for a faithful Muslim? It's the Sunnah and Quran. That's a two-part question, two moves there. Number 2 of that section. Was that?
Wasn't there a question 2?
There was 2 questions.
Oh, the second question. I apologize. So what does Sunnah mean? It means example. Question number 2, who's the founder of Islam? That would be Muhammad. Muhammad. Moving on to the next section, what are the Muslims' 2 sources of guidance? It would be the Sunnah and the Quran. Question number 2 of that section, what is another name for a Sunni Muslim? That would be an Orthodox Muslim. Orthodox Muslim. Last question, last section, who did the Sunni Muslims choose as their leader following Muhammad's death? That'd be Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr. Now, what we're going to do, hold on, pay attention. For these last 3 sections, you're going to double it up. So if you got 6 questions right in 6 moves, you got 12 moves. Right? You get to double it up. Sound good? If you got 5 right, you get 10 moves. Okay? All right, go ahead, finish up.
We can move once.
No.
Yeah, look.
Is it your turn or mine?